up here. It's a rapper. Put the beat on. Yeah, get that Jada Kiss drop. Put the fucking beat on.
Let me know when we're ready.
Right, we are good to go.
I don't know if that helped.
Yeah.
How you feel when people play your music around you?
Yo, it's funny. It's like, I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it just reminds me where I was at and what I was doing when I did the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm also like, I don't know, I think everybody kind of get like in a little shy state when they hear their stuff, any type of work they do, but I like it, man.
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
When my album plays, I'm like immediately like shut that off. Like I don't want to hear it. Yeah.
Hey man, it was a time of life I did it. That song is funny too because it's like I woke up. It was like 7 a.m. My homie sent the beat, and I was like, I recorded it in a closet at my crib. And it was like, yo, I was like, this might be a good record, man. And I sent it to the homie. He was like, I like that. He beefing with me right now though. So what's up, Ba? How you doing? I miss you, man.
Oh man, beef. Man,
nah, that's my dog.
That's the thing. Like rap, y'all can just record any time, any place. Like y'all can, like stand up. You can't make a 5 p.m. in Toronto because nobody's at the show. Like the show's at 8. The show's at 10.
You in there by yourself just talking. Like.
Yeah. You can't do 5 a.m. in Japan or whatever. It's just like, well, I don't know. I ain't never been to Japan.
I don't like recording at night though. I'm a morning dude. Like I like to, because you start. I don't really smoke or drink when I'm recording, so it's like I don't want nothing that makes me feel sleepy, and the nighttime make me feel sleepy. So like even when I used to go like write for people, I'd be like. I just do it before I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even sometimes I know that vibe. Like I bounce an idea and I'll be like, all right, I'll go record it and bring it back sometimes.
What about like a late night into morning? Because like you always hear the stories about so and so came in, it was 2 a.m. and then we got it done, blah blah blah. Like how are you in that type of scenario?
It just depends on what I'm feeling, like what my energy is on. But to be honest, I don't like that shit. Studio sessions. Studio sessions, man, they not really fun for real. You know what I mean? Especially like if it ain't people you normally work with, and a lot of times like, you might be working with somebody who got their homie in there that just always want to input on something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like, hey, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I'm good on the late night. Like, give me in the morning. Like, try to treat it like a job for real. Like, and if I was at the crib working, that's a different story. Like, I could do late night. Like, if I get an idea, I got to work on it right away. But studios, man, a lot of times, sometimes they ain't got no energy, man. It's just it's kind of stale feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
I guess before we get in all of that, I should introduce our guest. We got Sean Falyon in the building.
What's up?
I feel like I coined the phrase Sean Falyon Be Everywhere, but I can't really prove that. But I've definitely said it before I seen it in writing, but that doesn't mean other people probably said it too.
So the person that coined the phrase Sean Falyon Be Everywhere was actually CRI Mob out of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Shout out to CRI Mob, country rap tunes, super producer. He produced Music
Oh, wow.
Pimp C, all that stuff, and he just won a Grammy with Killer Mike on the Killer Mike album.
Okay.
But when CRI Mob moved from Houston to Atlanta, I saw him literally everywhere I went that week. Like, and you know how Atlanta is. Like, you might be at some
Yeah.
hood shit,
Yeah.
and you be at some bougie shit, or you be
Yeah.
like. So everywhere I went, I ran in there. He was like, and he said, "God damn, Sean Falyon Be Everywhere." And I said, "I'm taking that." And then,
Man.
fast forward, the first project I put out, which you helped me to put out, and I don't know if you know that, but Sean Falyon Be Everywhere is my first project. Yeah, you drove me to the studio.
I did drive you to
Yeah.
the studio,
Yeah.
but yeah.
He helped me. Like, I did a majority of the work of that project when you drove me to the studio.
That's crazy. I got restless. I felt like it was too slow for me.
was chilling,
The
like,
creative
what was it
process was way too slow. Yeah.
Yo, my studio
People
sessions
just
be
watching
boring,
Fast
man.
Five and
Right.
just chilling. I was like, I'm out of here, man. I wanted to see like some drums getting programmed or something.
See, that I came in with all this, like, I work weird. Like, my shit already be done.
Right.
And then I go in with it already written and just ready to lay it down. So, like, my studio sessions be boring when it's me by myself. It'd be boring as hell.
That was a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like shit, damn it, 15
I was
years
on
ago.
I was on spring break in college.
Right.
Yeah. Like, what'd you do, man? I took
Instead
this
of the
rapper
board
to
is
Tree Sounds, and then I don't know. I left. I don't know what happened. I hope he got back. I don't know.
Nah, it was good times back then. Though.
Yeah. I remember it was so far. We went to Zaxby's.
Yeah.
We had to stop at Zaxby's on the way. Yeah.
Damn, man, that shit was literally like almost 15 years ago.
Right.
That shit crazy.
You are the first person I told that I was gonna do stand
I
up,
remember,
which is
man.
nuts.
I remember.
'Cause I was saying it before I even knew what it took, where to do it. I just was
I was
like,
like, do that shit.
it was like I was surrounded by this scene, and I think that night was that Wiz Khalifa concert where
Oh yeah.
where the promoter had Wiz Khalifa, the headliner, go up first.
Yo, was that Cincy? Like in the basement?
Yeah.
Yo, I performed at that show.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of people performed after Wiz.
Man, recipes, big grip pliers,
Grip
LA
Pliers.
Crab.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what happened that night.
Saya Mums.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
I don't think Wiz was supposed to be the headliner.
Oh.
Because, like, I think what's funny, shout out to Will, Taylor Gang. Will brought that up to me one day, just like, yeah, remember we did the show and da-da-da-da. And I was just like, oh, shit, Wiz did go before us. That was random.
He went first, and he had a gang of people there, no pun intended, to see him.
Yeah.
And then
And it was just like,
he went outside after it set to smoke, and then all the people that came to see him walked outside.
yo, that shit was. But see, you got to think though, because I still got pictures from that. I'll send them to you too. But that night was crazy because that was a time in Atlanta, like when our scene, like it didn't matter who came, like we was the scene. Because even like them people came back in and that shit was packed. And
Yeah.
It was. You remember like that shit was like a world in its own, man.
I remember Wiz had a Nuka watch, but it was like the fat one.
Yeah, that everybody.
And
I remember that.
I never saw like somebody with the fat joint, and then
Damn, those are that was like the real streetwear.
had the streetwear. You had
Back when you had to get had a Dunny doll and
everything.
cars and all.
Nothing you had on could be from the mall,
Right.
But like undergarments. Everything else had to be from a boutique.
Like I was like the only one. I was wearing a lot of Adidas though.
Yeah, because you was at the Adidas original store at Lenox.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But see, I wore it so much before I even got that job. The only reason I got that job is because my homie that was a manager at the time was like, yo, you working on music. I know you don't really need this, but just come hang out, get some free clothes, and make some money. And I was like, all right. And then he fired me too.
I would see you at Lenox. I'd go to Lenox, chop it up with Sean for a little while.
Man.
Like, I'd be shocked now when I don't see you in Adidas. It does feel like, man.
Yo, people be mad at me,
man.
man.
Cheating.
Be mad at me, man. I had to. Well, I always, liked other sneakers. I just was like, I don't know. I just got locked in on Adidas, and then they started sending me shit. That was like my thing, because my homie that hired me, he had to fire me, but that's still one of my good friends, and he actually helped start me traveling, because after he fired me, I was gone. I was out.
Yeah.
But the thing was like I did my first release party for Sean Falyon Be Everywhere at the Lenox Adidas.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that shit had my big painting in front of the mall. I was like, how you get fired from a place that you have?
That's lit.
That you have your release party at that shit, and there was mad people that came out. That shit was pretty crazy.
I feel like Adidas Originals, I don't think people remember, like, but it was like its own, you know, it wasn't like the regular Adidas you could just get at like Ross or at like Foot Locker or something. Lifestyle. It was like its own thing. That was only in certain markets. They stores was always in like a little bougie area, because I remember like going to the store in Chicago, and it was like off in the tuck. I feel like I went somewhere else. I went to one, but they was only in select spots.
I think they only had 12 stores in the country at the time. But yeah, that was like, I mean, it's still to this day, like the original stuff is the stuff that is still like, you know, people look for, you know, the vintage style stuff.
Yeah, because once that stuff's gone, it's gone.
Right.
It's not like some of the other stuff where people knew to get to and preserve it. And so, you know, like the other day, this picture popped up of the Clips, and Malice has on like trefoil shirt, and it's got like two women on it, like popping out of the trefoil. Everybody's like, "What is that shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, y'all not gonna find that.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all gonna find everything Pusha got on in this pic. Y'all gonna find it, you know, because
they had some
re-releases and stuff. But yeah,
I was going through like I was giving away mad shit because at a point in time, like shout out to John Wexler if y'all know anything, he gave Kanye the deal at first. But he started sending me shit, man. He was sending like I had boxes and shit. Yeah, coming to my crib.
Oh man, yeah,
coming to my crib. Shout out to Wex. Wex is at, I think he at Shopify or something.
Come on, one of the few execs that did the Breakfast Club.
Right. Crazy, right?
Yeah. I think he signed P too. I think he signed Pharrell as well.
He did.
Yeah,
I believe so. But he just like he showed love early in the game and was just like connecting me. They was just seeing me with stuff, and I just be like, yo, I need this. But you know, like some of this stuff was harder to get because that, you know, everybody asking for it. But that was a good ass time, man. I ain't mad at it.
Oh, what made I know you're originally from Philadelphia. Yes, what made you move to Atlanta?
Man, my father moved down here in 1999. He was staying with my cousin. I came to visit going from 99 going into actually I came to visit from 2000 going into 2001. Just
miss Freaknik.
That was just having this conversation like 2 days ago.
Because Freaknik 99 was like I think it's done. It's over.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what everybody was saying.
Like Freaknik 99, there was a lot of complaints, and then 2000, Ray Lewis happens. The whole city is different.
I literally came like right after that. All that shit happened, and like in Philly, we had the Greek picnic. You know, Greek fest. So like in the summertime, that was our Freaknik. You know, I don't think it was as crazy as Freaknik, but like similar things was happening around that time. 99 was like when that shit stopped too.
Okay,
so similar situations. But when I got down here, I came to visit my pop, and then one of my homegirls was down here going to from college, but she from my neighborhood, and she had moved down here, so we was hanging out. And at the time, I had already knew DJ Jelly, I knew Baby D, and because I had met them up near my college in Pittsburgh with my homeboy that was on the radio.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to a school called IUP in the middle of Pennsylvania. It's like 45 minutes from Pittsburgh. And one of my homeboys, GQ, DJ GQ, was on the radio out there. And I used to go up.
Omar Epps?
Nah. Which is crazy. Omar Epps is actually my cousin on some ancestry shit. But anyway. But yeah, anyway, man, my homie was on the radio, and I used to go up there, and I would sling these shirts that I made. So I would meet all these artists. So I met Baby D, Jelly. And when I came down here to visit, I'm like, they just had me in the club, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, next to all these celebrities, and you know, coming from Philly, like we wasn't really like starstruck type people, but it was just like I didn't see that many people that looked like me having fun like that, and being successful. Because you gotta think, I came down here, I was probably like 19, 20, 19 the first time, and then it was like I seen people that's like 21, 22 with big ass houses.
Yeah.
and cars and all that. And I'm like, yo, man, like, you know, I'm coming from row homes and apartments. It's like, I knew people that had cribs, but it was just like I wasn't expecting to see that. So I went back, and then I came back and was like, yeah, I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? So,
I got you.
yeah.
What size shirt did you give Baby D?
I gave Baby D, it was probably a 4X. And it was crazy. When he was in the Source magazine the first time, he got my shirt that I made him on. Yeah.
I remember Baby D, he played in the Jason Terry All-Star game, which was like a charity game that they had. And his shorts were so huge, he could barely like move up the court. Like it was the baggy
days.
era. It's
Right.
like 02. It's like everybody's super baggy.
Over bag.
But he's like, I gotta be the baggiest.
That's like I'm gonna get you sucker with over gold, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, that was big shirt era for real. Cause I remember now Bone Crusher was another cat that I gave him a shirt he wore in Sierra Goodies video. And yeah, man, rest in peace, my brother Lil C, man. Man, Eastside, Westside. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Oakham, like, big shout out to Jelly, Monte, Voodoo, Unk. I remember the day Unk told me he was about to start rapping.
Really?
It was at David Banner video shoot for Crank It Up. Rest in peace, Static Major. He was the feature on that joint.
Wow.
Yeah, we was all in like an RV talking, and it was me, DJ Unk, Paul Wall. I forget who else. Baby D was there. My homie Monte, Voodoo, and Michael 5000 Watts from Houston. They was always all talking.
Wow.
And Unk was like, yo, my nickname is something else than Sean Falyon. So Unk called me my nickname and was like, yo, I'm about
It's
to
still
start
a secret.
rapping. It ain't really a secret. It's Fade. Like, my nickname back home is Fade.
Okay.
But so it was like, yo, Fade, I'm about to, because they didn't know me as Sean Falyon. They knew me as Fade, and I was doing clothing for him and stuff. So Uncle was like, yo, man, I'm about to do music. He's like, I'm about to put a song out. I got this song with Maceo. You should listen. He's like, listen to it. So he played. I was like, oh, this shit jamming. And then, like, you know, that comes out, then Walk It Out 2-step. I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
That first DJ Unk album
It was all right.
Was the soundtrack of that time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He turned us up out here for a minute, man. That was a good ass time, yo. I said the other day, I lived so many lives in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like this era is, you know, like.
Shout out to Monte, man. Behind a lot of this production, too.
Really?
Yeah, DJ Monte.
We had like I feel like it would change every year.
Yo.
It would change every year. Like I think other places there's like a mode for a while. You know, like it's something monumental has to happen to like change the mode. And here it would just be like phases, and then it would just like Walk It Out was, you know, like you had the snap era, and then you had Walk It Out 2-step, you know, all of that. Hold on,
around dances a lot though.
Yeah,
dances. It was like dancing in the strip club. Those were the two main things that changed everything. And like Atlanta's such its own microcosm, kind of how like people look at Houston, that this shit lived so hard, so crazily inside of 285 that it just didn't matter. Like if it didn't get outside of it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I had a folder my homie sent me a while ago of 1,000 snap era songs.
1,000?
1,000. I'm not bullshitting. If I can find this folder again, I was going through, and it's all like mixtape stuff and all that. I'm like, yo, where the? And I remember all the records. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Whatever like pop. There
Everybody
was like thousands of copycats.
Yeah,
there was like, okay, white tea pop, black tea, pink tea, brown tea. You know,
hey, yo,
like.
First of all, I gotta say this: I'm a Gucci Man Black Tea remix fan. I'm that Gucci Man fan.
Of course.
When that joint dropped, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I feel like that's like there's life after Icy,
right?
You know.
Matter of fact, I think that might have been before Icy. Because I remember that video dropped before Icy.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Wild times. And I was living on Boulder Crest. Should I still live near Boulder Crest? That video was so crazy, man. Like it was just.
I don't remember the video.
If you get to see the video, that shit was just like real life. Like it's like somebody. It's like the crazy. It's like if you had a camera phone now, and you just filmed your homies with guns and black tees on their face.
I remember Kick a Door.
Right.
I remember that and that being like, all right, this is a hood video.
Hey, man.
They definitely just like in someone's kitchen and just just rapping the song. I don't remember Black Tea, and I don't know how I would have saw it because this is before I knew about YouTube.
Yo, so I'm trying to. I was on YouTube. But
it might have been on it had to have been on a DVD.
It was definitely on the DVD. I saw it on the DVD. Because I know it wasn't on YouTube.
Oh, you can talk. My fault.
Nah, yo, but you gotta think, me. Like I'm coming from Philly.
Yeah.
Right? Seeing, like I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I lived in the super hood, but I'm all over the place. And then I come down here, and like a lot of my family from South Carolina, so like when I would see the hood, I'm like, I know it's the hood. But I moved off of Boulder Crest, but in the Ellenwood area of it. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm riding, and all the stuff they rapping about, I like live up the street from, you know what I mean? Sun Valley, you know what I mean? The Texaco, like I'm like this stuff I'm at every day, and I'm like, damn, did I make the right decision? But nah, it was always cool though.
Right there by the Checkers, like I know
Facts.
that Checkers.
Facts. That Checkers was done after like. Cause I had the A&W next to it. That joint right next to it. I was like, damn, that joint came and went. They trapped that shit out.
Have you ever heard the MC Shadi song, Ellenwood?
Nah, I didn't. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't.
He's got a Ellenwood song. It makes you think it might have been different back in the day. Oh wait, this is
kind of like
this is different than what I'm thinking.
Kind of like the CRI Mob joint, Ellenwood area.
Yeah,
fuck with us, we bury you. Shout out to Princess.
Shout out to Princess.
Shout out to Diamond too. Diamond, I met Diamond when I first moved here. She lived around the corner from me.
I've never met Diamond, but still shout out to Diamond. Yeah, I remember one time we was coming back on the road from a show. Maybe in South Carolina, and we saw Princess at the gas station.
That's my dog.
Like, she was not trying to be noticed. She was just trying to get some gas, and we like ran up. Like, oh my god!
Nah, that's the homie. She actually just she popped up and performed at my Some Good party, like at the top of this month. Her and Lil J.
They would come to Athens and fight.
Hey.
Like on a 6 month, we'll be back in 6 months.
To fight?
I mean, they could not get through their set list without fighting. You know, I think we thought, okay, a fight's gonna break out. They're gonna do Nuck If You Buck and I'll beat your ass.
Right.
Eventually someone's gonna fight someone there. But we didn't think they were gonna fight CRI Mob. I swear they would fight.
Hey man.
The people of Athens would fight CRI Mob all the time. At Club Insomnia, it's probably got 5 name changes since then.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. You just got to know you about to fight when you perform
your
song.
Yeah, you got to get ready for battle.
Hey, damn, man. Hey, Princess, you was out there swinging and throwing them bows. Shout out to my homegirl, Princess, man.
It's one of the great rap songs where you have a group, you have males and females, and the women's verses are just way more memorable.
Yeah.
You know? I love the first verse, but it's just not, well.
They came in.
I love that it starts with well.
Right.
Well, I'm a ghetto officer.
Like somebody asked him a question first. I mean, so how did you get the Nuckin' If You Buckin'? Well, I'm a gat-toting pistol.
Nigga on your damn street. I'm on your street.
Hey, yo, that's funny as shit. Nah, he said, well. Man, the funniest part of that song, and it's not even supposed to be funny, is when Diamond gets super lyrical in the verse. He's not lyrical, but using all the big words, the words that got all the syllables.
Yeah.
real fast.
Yeah.
I was like,
That said, like, I'm a teenager,
Yeah.
but I need y'all to treat me like an adult. Like, that's like, I'm going to show y'all my vocab so that y'all don't put me in the teeny bopper category.
Yeah, they care
And
about
also,
rapping.
I'm a name drop all the people we've been in war with the past 50 years.
Right.
Saddam Hussein, Hitler, and Osama bin Laden. That's crazy. That's crazy. All over the country, this song is rapped where there's a part where nobody blurs it out, nobody looks strange. They just rap it. Saddam Hussein, Hitler, and Osama bin Laden.
And it's crazy that they all go together.
Right.
It can fit into
Bin
a bar.
Laden is alive. He's putting out tapes at the
He was
time.
putting out tapes at the time. It was a wild time. It's a wild time.
Like, Bin Laden's out here. You know, Saddam Hussein was alive too. Wait a minute. Like, yeah.
Yo, hip hop, and I love hip hop, but hip hop always ends up Dipset Taliban. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, I love this shit, but then I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Hey man, hip hop is interesting, man.
Hip hop is interesting. I think that's what makes the Donald Trump thing so complicated.
Yeah,
is he was like the go-to. Trump rhymes with a lot of things. You know,
Black
he's in
Trump.
Home Alone too.
Right,
yeah, like, you know, Ray Shremmerd, I don't know if they know, you know, a lot, but they definitely like had a up like Donald Trump's, like up like Trump and him running for office are not that far apart.
Nah, they not. What was that? Damn, what year was that? 2013?
Yeah.
Yo, so I did. It's crazy, man. It's how old.
Like, somebody was playing this and then went to the correspondence dinner where Obama roasted Donald Trump.
I did one of the. I think I did their first show in Atlanta with them.
Really?
At Apache.
No Flex Zone?
It was. I don't even know.
Did they have the zone yet?
I don't know if they had it yet. I think, and it was like 2011. It was right before No Flex Zone came out too, though. But no, like super dope, cool. It used to be managed by this dude. He passed away, but that I knew. They actually owed me money, and he was like introducing them to me, and I'm like, where my money at? But I was like, yo, they dope.
That's my ticket out of here, man. You understand?
Man, rest in peace to homie,
once
man.
eardrum is backwards, once people flip that, man, I'm gonna pay you back.
I don't even know if they, to be honest, was they even? I don't think they was Ray Shremmerd at the time.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't think they got with Mike Will yet.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Why would
it was.
be?
Damn, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. But nah, they hella cool, man. It's just wild. Like, and I know you've been here, so it's like to see all these people that we used to kind of just see, and then it just and it's somewhat kind of like me have a hand in certain things. I'd be like, damn, this shit is dope. You know what I mean? Like, Atlanta's been awesome.
We one day, I was with some guys from Atlanta, and we were telling stories about the first time we saw Thug. And what we thought, because we just heard the music first, you know, and then we saw him, and then it was like, all right, this is not the stoner that I thought I was listening to, you know, like this does not look like Danny Glover would approve this at all, but also, hey, the songs is jamming, the songs is in the streets, it's, you know.
Yeah, man, it's always funny because it's like I would see people after they were popular. Well, I would hear songs, like you said, and then wouldn't see them. And then when I see them, I'd be like, oh, that's such and such. And I would never know they was artists. Yeah. So like Nick, like Trinidad. Like, you know what I mean?
I went to school with him.
So I think, matter of fact, we was probably around each other when it got popping.
Yeah, for sure.
People was always talking about him. And I did not know who it was. And then when I saw it, so I was like, oh, that's Buddy that worked at the... But I didn't know him like that.
Right.
One of my homeboys
You worked at Underground.
Right. My man, this cat, Mike Boyd Jr., that worked with Gary V, was putting me on to people. And I was just like, yo, I don't know who you talking about. But then I see him, and I'd be like, man, I know him from such and
nuts.
Such.
We in the same 6th grade class. And we got school uniforms. I really feel like the uniforms have all of us that came out of that school looking crazy. But like after 7th grade, he goes away. And I don't see Nick again until the Yeezy 1s come out.
Oh, wow.
and he in the front of the line. He got the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's in charge. He got the list.
He checking everybody.
Also, he got the other Yeezys on his feet. So now we all looking like, yo, this man is crazy.
It was destined.
He probably got hands. Because why is he at the Yeezy line with the Yeezys on
and the list? And that's when it was big jacking.
So then that was Twitter era. We got each other's Twitters and stuff. And so then he would like send me his music and stuff. But every time he sent me his music, the arrogance of me, I'm always responding like, man, you got to come to a show. I'm like, dang, this. I look back at the tweets, I'm like, this is crazy. You know, like every time, hey, listen to my song, hey, come to a show. You know, so, but I remember him being out and being like, he had like a hat, it had all the Olympic pins. Remember when the Olympics, you weren't here yet, but the Olympics had like different pins, you know, for every event and stuff. And just being like eccentric, but like, you know, and then I'm with these two Caucasian women, and we're leaving. I'm trying to remember the spot. It's like over by Lindbergh in Buckhead or whatever, and they play All Gold Everything in the car. That's the first time I heard it.
Was Wet Willie's up there at that time?
Wet Willie's. That's what. Yeah. We leaving Wet Willie's. They play All Go Everything. And I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? You know what I'm saying? Like in my head. I mean, I'm not. Right. I don't even want to speak my disdain for the situation, but I'm very uncomfortable because of the triple nigga,
the triple nigga
that just happened. But also, I'm like, what is this? Then when I see the video, I'm like, oh my God,
that's
Nick.
Man,
Yeah.
so in the video. I feel like I thought you was there.
I was not there.
So they shot the video, part of it at El Bar.
Okay.
And I was holding a light in the video for Motion Family. It was just
wow.
So Motion Family, they like, you know who Motion Family is.
Yeah.
So they like some of my good friends. D1 Valdez, one of my best friends. And
I definitely would pull up when they were shooting videos, trying to get a skin on, trying to be like Shawty and Duval. Like, yeah.
So Motion Family, their first video on MTV was my first video.
Okay.
Yeah, Wonderful Life with Playboy Trey and Scar. But so I just so happened to go to El Bar that night and was like, yo, and my homie J Dirt, Ballers Eve Radio in New York, who actually was managing Nick as well with the other Jay from out here. They was like, yo, we shooting Nick's video, and I was just like, Nick, I was like Trinidad. I was like, oh shit. So D1 was like, hey man, this is what D1 always says if you his friend and he needs something from you. Friendship test, man. Can you hold this light for me? I be like, damn it, man.
Yeah.
I do it because he's helped me move from apartments and all that shit. So
it's speaking to your character,
right?
Like, hey, if you don't do this,
right, you ain't shit.
Then don't ask me for nothing,
right?
Because this is the test. I like that.
But no, it was good, man. And rest in peace, Speaker Fox was there. That was a good. Man, everybody was there.
Rest in
man.
peace, Speaker Fox.
It was a good night, man. But to see that shit, just like I literally was just talking to Jay Dirt like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, man, like I knew the day when that joint was like gonna blow up because of the way, like I know the work that Jay Dirt was putting in, and I knew how the song was going.
Yeah.
So I was just like, people never really saw. Well, like at the time I was going back and forth to New York, I'd be like at Fader offices and XXL Complex, shit like that. And if you had all of those publications and then you had the money to be on World Star and the song was good, it's just like a catalyst to just, go.
The song was bubbling, but when he had the like, he had them long nails and the Versace on and he a sneakerhead. He not even like he wear a little bit of everything.
Right.
But he could have tried to be like, I'm a flex with my sneakers and stuff. But it wasn't that.
He had on loafers.
He had on some loafers, no socks.
Right.
And this in a time when nobody's dressing like that.
Right.
And
Polarizing.
just like, and then the panda mask with the with the slouch
ski mask
socks on,
yeah,
with the
right.
you know what I'm saying, like the whole thing, and it's just like, oh,
It just made everybody be like, "Who is that?"
right?
What is
Because like
going on?
videos at that time, they weren't just gonna take you to another level unless you did something
creative.
And
right,
it's like, like Tyler the Creator had the Roach,
yeah,
but also he had a secret machine behind him. Like he was on a minor label that the major label set up.
yeah.
To look like
A lot of people don't remember that. Our Future and them used to be out here heavy.
Really?
Yeah, like one of the main producers, I forget his name.
I
but
missed all of that. I missed
either
all
from
of
out
that.
here, was
I
living
ain't
out
know
here.
about them till they was on Fallon.
It's funny because it's like a cat like Reese, right? Reese.
Yeah.
So Reese LaFleur, like Reese kind of knew. I was traveling like as much as him too, and I would know some of these people, but he knew all of these people, like, and they would all be here. Like it'd be times when we'd be in the studio and somebody would come through and be like, "Oh shit," and then later on in years, you're like, "Wait, that's."
Reese knows everyone.
Yeah, man.
Like you would see Reese in the background of everybody's picture. It was nuts.
Yeah, man.
And then Reese worked at the Urban Outfitters. That's where
didn't
I
even
met
know
him.
that. I've known Reese for a very long time. I didn't know he worked at Urban Outfitters.
Right around the corner from you.
That's
in
crazy.
Lennox. In
I
Lennox.
did not know that he worked there.
Yeah.
I knew Reese when he was skateboarding. He was like,
oh yeah, no, he probably got in trouble because he wasn't wearing nothing they sold at Urban. He was wearing all Supreme, working at Urban Outfitters.
ice cream.
Yeah.
I've been knowing. Reese was in my phone for the longest time as Skater Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his name.
Right.
But,
when I met him, he told me he was a skateboarder.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we ended up talking because I don't.
It's the scene, man. Like you just. Because you got to think, like parties like Broken Bougie, and then when Skate Teak was here, we'd always end up, go to like Stevie Williams shit.
Because I think I met him, and then I saw him at Broken Bougie, and was like, oh, I just met this dude at Lennox. Yeah. He told me he's a skateboarder, blah blah blah. Yeah,
I remember. It's funny. I remember Reese is on. Dom Kennedy from the West Side with Love, first album. He's on that album.
Okay,
so he's not rapping. He's doing ad libs because we was all recording in this one studio. The homie Jay, and shout out to my man Fu, DJ Fu. He just got some joints on Schoolboy Q new album, but we was all recording in this one studio, and Dom had did some joints in there. And Reese did like the ad libs, and when it came out, I was like, oh shit, they really used that shit.
Wow.
It's what song is it? It's the damn. It's like the third track on the. That's the new one. It's on the first from the West Side with Love. The one with like 97 and I Ain't Never Left and all that shit. But yeah, man, he was tapped in, and that era just created so many people, and so many people was coming to Atlanta.
Right.
They was just trying to catch that wave, you know what I'm saying?
And so I'm seeing this, and I'm like, I know where my abilities are not. I know that I suck at retaining lyrics. I could barely recite songs in the club. I'm not a rapper, but I do feel like I have a personality. I do want to be, a thing. And so I'm thinking I'm going to be the comedian
to the rappers
in this scene, in that scene, in that world.
You ended up being
right, but I didn't know how long it would take. I thought I would just like jump into it, and because there wasn't a comedian in that world, it was just gonna be like, all right, well, it's got to be Rob. He's the only one here,
I'm really thinking about it. Like it was nobody that was really doing comedy.
I feel like that world and the comedy world was so separate because when I started doing comedy, I started to get pulled, I feel like, away from what was going on. Yeah, and so like a lot of the department store, father, a lot of that stuff I would be in proximity to. I would see, like 2-9, like a lot of the stuff that was popping, I would see it, but I couldn't just be in that scene because I was doing spots. I was hustling. I was in Roswell. I was on Old Nat. I was, at 255. I was at the comedy clubs. I was just all over the place,
Same here. Like I mean, of course, I knew 2-9 since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But since it was pilot music and dissing Wiz Khalifa, shout out to my brothers Curtis and Key.
Yeah.
Nah, this is funny.
God damn, boy, that nigga mad.
Yo, it's crazy that you played this song, and I see a lot of.
Well, I have to for the people who don't know what we're
I seen a lot
about.
of cats on podcasts lately, and shout out to my bro. Shout out Curtis King. Shout out Key.
Yeah.
And Kid tell you, Key is on. This was Key's song first. Shout out to Mako too, but
Really?
this was Key's song at first. And if I'm wrong, I know people gonna like the comments up, but I taught Key how to write records, and he'll tell you that. But he super dope talent that I feel like should be bigger than a lot of people. But you know what I mean? Shout out to Key.
Right.
And shout out to Mako too. The song was crazy. Like,
The song went crazy.
I was watching that video like 2 days ago, and it's like one of the homies in there that passed away, and I'm like, his name is like slipping me right now. But I was just like, damn, man, like being out here so crazy, like seeing all these. To me, you know, I'm older than them, so like seeing these kids go through all these stages of life. Like we used to be in an apartment with the homie Nick, recording on a 15-inch MacBook, like one of the white old MacBooks or whatever.
Yeah.
Be like me, Key, Curtis. I forget who else was in there. And I remember like one day me and Curtis got to like fighting, like, you know, play fighting and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like from that to then being like 2-9 being 2-9 and shout out Siege, shout out damn, it's so many of them. Fat Kid's brother Dave and them, and I'm missing the homeboy Jace, man. So much talent. Like Atlanta has so much talent, man. This shit's crazy.
Right. And we're not even talking about the YCs and the Futures
Right.
and the Roscoe Dashes and the Young LAs and the J Money and the FLYs and the you know what I'm saying? We talking about a specific pocket that was, you know, also going on at the same time, you know?
Yeah, we
like,
you know, I was like, we kind of created that shit. Shout out to, like I said, my man Grip Plies, Alien Craft, Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Shout out my brother Dreamer. I was just the other day. Shit, it was so many people, man. Even back then, like
Hollywood.
The homie Nesby Phipps was up here. He did the first show with Drake out here.
Honestly, if I think in a different era, if Hollywood had TikTok, Hollywood, you know what I'm saying?
They should still jamming.
If they had access to like some of the stuff that is like, you know, where you could show off your personality, because I feel like they were characters, and they were hilarious, but also, you know, it was at a time where like
Tukey, I forgot.
You couldn't always just put that in the front when you were doing music if you wanted to, you know, be serious about music.
Getting a video done and like being able to have visuals around what you was doing didn't really become like easily and readily accessible until like the 2-9 era. And you know, because it's like, you know, you still had to find somebody that could afford to have a camera,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nobody really shooting with their phone like that.
And then you might have a guy with a camera. That don't mean that his access to computer editing software, you know, vision, you know, like it's a lot of things that got in the way, and a lot of money. Money was the biggest gatekeeper, you know. Yeah.
Now it was a crazy time. Like I was telling you earlier, like I shot a lot of videos in the space that we in now, and like it was like homies looking out. You know what I'm saying? Like my pitch would be like, look, I'm gonna shoot this video, and we gonna get on MTV. And I would do it, you know what I'm saying?
I remember you did one of them 106 in Park freestyles.
Yeah, 106 in Park. I did MTV.
Did they only get Philly people to do that?
Nah, there was a lot of people.
Lil Dicky did it. I feel like it was. I was like, wait a minute, is it only Philly people doing this 106 in Park freestyle?
Nah, it was funny too. My homegirl actually connected me with the people, and they was interested. My homegirl, shout out Dolly Bishop. She part of Black Effect Podcast Network.
Okay.
But, she connected me. And then my guy DJ Quiz was backing me up, G-Eazy DJ. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. I still be looking back like, damn, I got off some bars, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I did that. I did MTV too when I used to do the Sucker Free, Sucker Free freestyle. I did that joint. I did that shit in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah, 179th and Burnside in front of my man Barbershop. And it was like so much stuff. Like I did a joint. That era was so crazy because I was doing so much stuff because the blog was like blogs with King.
Yeah.
So any content you could get on the blog, like shout out to two dope boys, Mecca and Shake. They was like the first people to
Man.
post
That was my blog. Mecca So Mix
Guys,
Show
man.
informed me on so much old school music. I used to check Two Dope Boys every day.
They the guys, man. Shit. My man SK Not Right. Ill Roots. It was so many.
Yeah.
My project with SMKA was their first like standalone with an artist project, and it was SMKA and Ill Roots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was so much shit going on. Like the blogs was like we was so trying to get any new shit on the blogs. I did a collab with Rocksmith. You know what I mean? Like I was just doing so much shit.
I still got a Rocksmith Digital Underground shirt, and then after Shock G passed, I was like, I can't.
You can't let it go.
Yeah, I had they had like a shirt, and it was like an Andy Warhol picture, but it was Obama's face.
Oh shit!
And I was wearing it before, like during the primary for 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the background of this picture, and these people on Facebook was like flaming me, and they was killing me about my shirt. It was like I was like, this is nuts. First of all, this Obama on my shirt.
Right.
Second of all, it's fresh. Third of all, it's just like like what is going on? But they just
You know what time it was.
I was in the future. The future.
Yeah, one of my homeboys. He's like when they did the Basquiat Biggie T.
Mm-hmm.
So my guy Eric Jordan, he designed that. He designed the Stevie Wonder one and the Eazy-E and a couple other joints. And then like that was like my introduction to going up to New York and doing a lot of shit up there, to be honest.
Did you ever put New York on a pedestal? Were you ever like
Growing up?
worried about like this is the Mecca, this is where hip hop started?
I mean, you get told that, and it's just. But I'm from Philly, so it's like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm from Philly. Like I'm older, so it's like I grew up in Winfield,
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jazzy Jeff. Like I'm seeing these people, even though they did some wild shit, but like Cool C, Steady B, 3 Times Dope, like I'm seeing these people. You know what I mean? So like New York was like, I listened to all that shit, and I was a huge fan of everything that came out of New York, but it was just like Philly too. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you missed out on being there when like State Property was popping and stuff?
Nah, I was there. I was there when State Property was popping.
I thought you said you moved to Atlanta in 2000.
I moved to Atlanta in 2004. I came to visit in 2000.
Oh.
So I was back and forth. I didn't move to 2004. So I was between school and Philly when State Property was popping.
Gotcha.
So like I would go home. My homegirl T-Bone, she used to do this party called Red Sky on Tuesdays in Philly.
Yeah.
And like Siegel would be in there, Freeway, all types of people be in that joint. So it was like, and then I ended up being managed by the same person as Freeway.
Really?
Shout out my brother Free, man. Good dude. Yeah, my man Amir. Blame the label on social media. He held me down with the management for a while. Good dude. But yeah, it was dope seeing it. Like, man, I used to ride come on, man. I used to ride the turnpike back and forth from school to Philly.
Yeah.
Blasting this Freeway album. Yeah, well, the Freeway album.
Yeah.
And State Property soundtrack and all that. It was crazy, yo. That's another thing, too, because it's like, so I went to high school with Neef brother.
Okay.
With Neef from Young Guns.
Yeah.
His brother Jab, Puddle Brown. His name, we used to go by Jab. So like when we was in high school, I would be rapping against him and other cats in the lunchroom, but him and a couple other dudes, they was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Sean, what's your favorite color sky?
Favorite color sky?
Yeah.
Shit, like the purplish orange one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a popular one for sure. I'm in the same type of time.
That shit's like serene, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sunset.
Yeah, blue is jarring.
Okay.
Sometimes you be like, but nah, that's like the chill.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit you listen to Larry June to.
Okay.
Numbers.
Do you believe in any other universes?
Of course.
Yeah.
Gotta be. There's no possible way it could just be us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I hope not, because a lot of people here suck.
Right. I mean, do you think we'll ever be in contact with anybody from anywhere else?
I feel like we probably already are, but it's just like I look at life and access to technology like driving a car with the governor on it. Like, this car can go faster if this thing was taken off of it, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
called the governor?
Yeah, they call it the governor. Yeah.
Got you.
It governs the speed of the vehicle.
I remember when we I was in debate in high school, we would take trips. We'd have a big like a little mini bus or whatever, and there was a limit on how fast it could go.
Yeah, it's like driving a U-Haul. That
Yeah.
But it probably you open it up and go faster. But I just say like it's so much information that has probably already been there.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they open up documents and shit, it's like we've been knew about this. So of course there's probably other universes, other things going on we just not privy to.
What is, if there's other Sean Falyons in other universes, what are they doing?
Just probably being a dope ass individual. Like, we don't do too much, man. We try to raise up, break the ceiling, and just do cool shit, man. Hopefully they ain't out there doing whack shit. If they are, I'm gonna find you.
When did you start DJing?
Man, I started professionally DJing in 2014. I've started learning how to DJ in the 90s, which is weird.
Okay, because, my fiance knows you as a DJ. She's like, Sean, DJ Sean? I was like, DJ Sean?
Like, I know Sean for real.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, man, when I was young and starting it, my homeboy started, I tell the story all the time, but my homeboy got the equipment when we was kids.
Okay.
And I just like one of my best friends to this day, DJ Rick G's. So I would be trying to learn while we go buy records together. I'd be trying to learn. I ain't had the money for the equipment.
Yeah.
My parents wasn't buying that shit.
Yeah.
So I just like, I'm a rap. And then I started rapping. And then like later on in life, he becomes the Clips DJ and like one of the best DJs in the world. Shout out my brother Rick. And then becomes Pusha T DJ for like a decade. And like in the process of that, I always had homies that were DJs, like really dope DJs. My guy DJ Active, he Janet Jackson DJ. My homie GQ, like DBIC, who was Crit DJ at the time, was my business partner. They would just always be like, "Yo, when you going DJ?" You know what I mean? Because I like in college, I was the dude that got all the music.
Okay.
And then I rap. So like I was saying this to one of my homies yesterday. Like if you know how to rap, and like DJing is not going to be easy, but if you know the anatomy of a song, sometimes DJing just is like the next thing, or production. So I started doing all of them, but DJing was like, I never did it because I was so critical of other DJs.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I ain't going to take this shit serious, I ain't going to do it. So when I jumped into doing it, of course I wasn't the greatest at first, but that shit took me around the world, man. I got better.
Hey,
I love that shit.
You were nice. You were nice when
when
I got to see you spin in New Orleans, and it was,
appreciate that.
That was
a good time, man.
Yeah.
Those are those moments. You don't always have a great, like in your mind. It's just like it might probably like comedy. Like you might kill, and in your mind you like I could have did this different. But like that night, I was just like, oh no, I'm on.
Like the whole lineup was good, and then also the crowd was so dope. It was just like living in LA. Mm-hmm. I'm not used to seeing everybody have fun. I'm used to seeing somebody have fun.
Like a few
Sometimes
of y'all.
I'm having a good time,
right.
But it's like I gotta ignore all these people
like
who
I
don't know what they're doing.
Turn your back.
Yeah. I just have to block out people not having fun. It's crazy. It's like I think everyone here in this room is having a blast. Right. I think maybe people by the bar are frustrated, but here where like the dance floor is. In the balconies,
it's entitlement, man.
Having a great time.
It's entitlement. We live with our phone. We live with our phone in our hand. That's like when DJs, they always ask DJs, like, you like taking requests. DJs hate taking requests because, think about it, you took your time to interrupt this man working a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
To have him play one song that only you want to hear.
Right.
That's crazy. That's like somebody being like, you being on stage and be like, hey, do that one joke the whole time.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
never thought about it like that.
And people live that-
I have spun, I've taken requests, but I always am like, I'm gonna find a route to that.
get to it.
I take
Yeah.
it as like a challenge. Like, all right, play this. I'm not gonna do a hard
take
switch for
suggestions.
you.
Yeah.
I'll take
you take
suggestions. Yeah.
Nothing wrong
And
with
then it's like, okay, you want to hear that? I gotta figure out how to make that make sense from where I'm at.
That's
you know?
a good DJ. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. I don't mind suggestions, but like people come up with demands. Like, I DJ'd a spot in LA, Simple Bar. You been to Simple Bar before?
Yeah.
So I DJ Simple Bar one time. Was a R&B party with the homegirl.
Had some rap parties there. Yeah.
We did an R&B party. It was a couple of years ago. It was me. Shout out to homie DJ Artistic.
Shout out to Artistic.
And then,
That's my homie out there. When I see him, I'm like, all right.
you know it's gonna be good.
It's
time,
gonna be
right?
straight.
Dope
Yeah,
DJ.
for sure.
So it was an R&B party, right? And my homegirl Love G's R&B party. So we
I know Love G.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
my
She live out
sister
here.
went to high school with her. Yeah.
Dope
I
DJ
used to
as
go to
well.
her party when I
Out there?
first got to LA. Yeah.
So we doing this
On
party
Thursdays. It was like bi-weekly.
Right, facts.
Yeah.
I think this one was like a Saturday we did though. And long story short, R&B party.
Yeah.
Put that up there, R&B party. So I'm rocking. So this girl comes up to the booth like, "Yo, can you play this?" First she puts her phone up, the most trapped out song ever, right? And I'm like, "Nah." And she was like, "What?" I said, "It's an R&B party." This chick like got so mad at me.
Yeah.
Like literally waited to just end of the night. I'm like, I ain't gonna try to kill my set. I was like, "Yo, thank y'all for having me." Everybody, she cut through the noise because Simple Bar ain't that big.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You can't come back to LA. I was like, I said, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, clearly I cannot come back to LA." And then my homies in the crowd, Inglewood cat, he was just like, started talking crazy. Like, "Fuck, says who?" Da-da-da-da-da. It just became this thing. And I was like, wow, R&B music is crazy. Like, you can't, like, I got the microphone. Like,
Right.
Like, she just looking crazy. I was just like, yo, the entitlement that you wanted me to change this whole party.
At an R&B party.
At an R&B party, man. But that's how people be acting. That's why DJs be mad. You know what I'm saying? I just ignore people. I be like, nah, I'm not doing that. Suggestions, not demands. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you want to tell the people? Anything you want to put out there?
Man, yo, Sean Falyon Be Everywhere. Book me for all your dope-ass functions. Don't book me for no whack shit because I don't like whack shit. I started producing, so, I got all my shit on IG. I just did an instrumental tape, SFBE Volume 1. Check that joint out. I'm going to get back to making music as well. And, yeah, man, just holler at me. If you see, Some Good Party. Some Good Party, SUMNGOODPARTY on IG. If you see a Some Good Party in your town, make sure you're in attendance. We are bringing that just dance party shit back. I feel like a lot of relationships I made, important relationships, came from dope-ass dance parties like Broken Bougie. Shout out to Fadia. And, I was like, there ain't no age on having a good-ass time at a dance party.
Facts.
So pull up on us. That's really it. SeanFalyon.com for everything else you need.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't
Thank you
count,
for
man.
doing the pod. Appreciate it.
I'm proud of you, man. I know you people don't like to hear that shit, but I'm like, as a friend, to see you working and being great at what you do, this shit is very dope. Don't ever stop this shit. At everything you do, the consistency of it, the podcast, the stand-up, the special is hilarious.
Man, thank you.
Very hilarious. You're one of my favorite comedians.
Y'all heard it. If you haven't heard the special, go check
Watch
that out. Frontin'. It's on YouTube.
It's hilarious.
It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. Wherever you listening to this or watching this, Frontin' is there, and you can check that out next.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull it up. That bite the finger joke is fucking hilarious.
Hey. Thanks so much, Sean.
Man,
I
thank you, G.
appreciate it. Sorry we got a little